Hi everybody, it's Sharon from Blessed to Craft Designs. Thank you for joining my channel today. And we are going to make this really cute Easter bunny wreath for springtime. It's really cute, it's simple, it's unique, it's absolutely gorgeous with the colors, the mint greens and the peaches and corals. So just stay tuned and we're gonna put this together right now. Okay everybody, let's first talk about all the supplies that you're going to need to make that really pretty spring wreath. You're going to need, of course, your wreath frame. I've already gone ahead and put down my chenille stems, and I put the cross, like the little X going across here. And there's generally 6 on the outside and 6 on the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So 6 on the outside and then 6 on the second. I always count from the inside going out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 6 on the second bar. And then I just put the X across. I have strings, glue strings going all across this, but that's okay. And someone asked me about the sizes. Now this is from the Dollar Tree and you see it's 14 inches. Now I went on their website and I thought I saw it said 14.25. You know, I don't know what the difference is, but just say this is a 14-inch wreath frame. You'll need your chenille stems, any kind of little embellishments that you want to put on. Now our focal point for this one, as you saw, was this little guy right here, and I used the other one to make the swag with, and I've had them for so long that I really just want to go ahead and use them. He's gonna go right there in the middle. But flowers, any other kind of little embellishments that you want to use. These are the ribbon that I'm going to use. I just bought these. Michael's had them on sale probably really about a month or so ago. And I've been hanging on to those for a while. And then all of the Deco mesh that you're going to use. And I do want to show you or tell you when you're doing a wreath and you're deciding what kind of mesh to use. It's like spider webs. You need to know whether you're doing it for outside or inside. If you're doing an inside wreath, this paper mesh I think is really pretty. The colors are vibrant. I do love this, but I don't recommend you using this outside. It's very soft and pliable. You know, it's really easy to work with, and they make gorgeous wreaths. A lot of the flower wreaths that you see, a lot of people will use this. The only problem with using its fabric or kind of paperish is when it's outside, you have to take in consideration the elements. When it rains outside, if you have this, if you have this on a door that has that glass outside of it, then you might do okay with this, but just on a normal regular door, I don't recommend using this. But if you're doing it on the inside, yes. And then these are the other ones. So this is just mesh that I've had before, and I probably won't show you the entire thing. This is just a little bit that I have left over, so I hope I have enough to go all the way around. And I'm gonna try to do, I'm going to do the probably 3 methods. I'm gonna put my foundation down with just the Poof method and for the 21 inch, and then for the 2 10 inches, one I will probably use the rolled method, and then also I will incorporate some ruffles just to kind of change it up a bit, okay? So just as always, I have a lot of videos showing how to do your poofs. You just gather it together or pinch it. Start wherever your starting point is. I like to start on the outside. Place this down, and then you twist this around. Now, I don't twist maybe 1 or 2 times. If you do more than that, like if you do like 3 and 4, you're gonna have to take this loose. Remember, this is about just building your foundation. It's all about layers. So 6 to 8 inches. I'm going the wrong way here. 6 to 8 inches for your poofs. Okay. And we are going to alternate. Just the right way to do this is to just grab the mesh again here. And I don't worry too much about it being poofy right now, because you're gonna have to, you know, poof all this stuff out later on. Right now we're just trying to get it down. So give it maybe one good twist. And you don't have to alternate from the bottom, from the fourth one to the second one. If you want to go all the way around the bottom, then go all the way around the top, you can do that as well. Okay. So just make sure, and this is kind of soft, this burlap one is kind of soft, or poly burlap, should I say. So we're gonna do that exact same thing. We're just gonna lay that down all the way around, and this is our first step to just laying our foundation. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back, and this is what it looks like. You see, I've already gone ahead and started putting on the next layer. Again, when you're making a wreath, it's all about your layering. It's going to not look right in the beginning with just, you know, as you can see, it looks kind of thin right here, but you're going to put other things on here. So just don't get discouraged with that. Now, I've gone ahead, you know, we had 12 chenille stems total, 6 outside, 6 on the inside. So I've gone ahead and I've cut my 10-inch Deco mesh, and I've done it 2 different ways. I wanted you to see that. You kind of decide how you want to do it. I took the one with the cotton and I did that one in the ruffle and made this one in the loop or the roll, but this one I did the opposite. So that kind of, you know, it's a little interesting that way. It gives you just kind of a different look on it rather than doing them all in one thing. So you can make the wreath however you want. There's no right or wrong way. So the way, and I have cotton all over me, cutting these little pieces. Now I have cotton everywhere. But when you want to do your ruffle, make sure you see how it rolls up like that. That's just the natural way it does because of being on that, that roll. You just lay it down flat, and from the very bottom, you just start pulling it towards the top in the middle. And I like to say it kind of makes a little bow tie, but you have these kind of ruffles. Once you put it down, it'll make kind of a ruffle look right here on the ends. And then you just take this one that has the cotton in it and you roll it. And this is very soft, okay, because of the cotton. And this is like a poly mesh right here. So this is very soft. And you put that down like that together. Now I only did 12. I did 1 on each chenille stem, but if you want yours to be, you know, more full and to have more stuff on here, you very well can do 2 of each, or, you know, maybe 1 of the cotton and then 2 of the green. So however you want to do it, but I have other things that I'm going to put on there with the ribbon and then the face. So I decided just to do 1 of each. So I cut out 1 of this green, 12, excuse me, I cut out 12 of the green. And again, they're about maybe 8 to 10 inches on both of them, okay? So once you pull that up and make your roll, you just stick it down like that. Always make sure you untie it and go all the way. You hear me say that a lot. Go all the way down to the bottom. So I will do 1 more where I will do the green. That's what I did just a minute ago. right, so pull it towards you like that. And then take one of these. I said that was poly mesh, but actually that might be fabric because it really is soft. But this wreath is going on the inside, so I'm okay with that. All right, so undo it all the way down to the bottom. Place this down. And then give it maybe one good twist because you're not done with it yet. And see, you're starting to see it come together now. As you begin to keep layering, you see how everything is coming together. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of this and then I'll be right back because I wanna show you how to put the face and some of the other things on. I do get questions about that, so I wanna make sure I show you that. Okay, everyone, I just about finished putting all of the rolls and the ruffles down, but I do want to show you one part that I added, and that's on the cross, the kind of X right here. I did add some of the mesh to that as well, and I just did 4 of them, one on each where it's attached to the frame. So I did a ruffle with the kind of cotton burlap and then a rolled with this one. And then you find, I've already done the other 3, where it actually meets the bar, where you have it attached. And I just wiggle this down. As you see, I have my chenille stem on here because I don't have a chenille stem here I don't have a chenille stem there to attach it to. So I had to put my chenille stem right here. So just pull this down, and I know it's hard to see, but I'm gonna flip it over in just a second. Okay, and then come through here, just pull it through here, and then twist it. And we'll get rid of all of these chenille stems later. But as you can see, that kind of fills in the middle part a little bit, okay? Well, actually a lot. Because I want my little Easter bunny here to fit down in between there, but I want to have kind of a lot of mesh around his face, but I want to make sure that I am covering up, you know, the back part a little bit. So he's going to fit down in there just like that, and see how cute that is? So make sure you kind of get an idea of how he's going to go down. That's one of the things when you're putting down any kind of signs. I know I've mentioned it before. If you're putting signs and things down, to get an idea of where it's going to go before you start hot gluing and everything. So we're going to go ahead and put him down. And when you're doing, again, signs and little embellishments like this that don't have anything for you to use to attach them to, you have to be really creative. You just gotta kind of see what will work. Now I'm gonna hot glue this here. Okay, it's not enough, because I'm gonna put a lot of hot glue right there. And press this down. I'm not using my hand because that is super hot. And then I'm going to put hot glue on the top as well. But I want to make sure this adheres really good. Let's put some more over here. And over here, because I want to make sure this does not come up. Okay, and then I'm going to put some hot glue over the top just to make sure, again, that that's not going to come up. Might be doing a little bit much, but I really don't want this to come up later on. Okay. so I'm gonna take a moment and just kind of let this sit. And while that's doing that, we will go ahead and get our ribbon together. And I'm gonna turn him over for just a second. I like his bow right here. I think on the last one I used, I had to cut this off because it was all messed up. Looked like somebody kind of chewed on it or something like that, but it wasn't pretty at all. And then I wind up covering this up. But this I do like. It's still intact. It's still really pretty, you know, even towards the ends. That's just all cotton, everybody. Even towards the ends, looks really good. So I think I'm going to actually use, I'm gonna keep this bow on there. So now my question becomes, you know, do I want to put another really large bow here, or do I want that to be it? And I'm also thinking about putting this spring on here. Okay, so if we do that, then I don't know very much about putting a bow. We'll see about that. But I like how that looks. I wonder if I can, let's try to attach that. Okay, and that still has not set yet, so I don't want to put that down. So right now I'm just gonna cut my ribbon, and let's see how I want to do this. Let's put these two together. The wrong scissors. I'm gonna have to cut that a little bit better. All right, take this up, take this all the way out, and then you put your ribbon down. Remember, it goes all the way to the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to follow this. Oh, this has got a certain side to it, so let's take this loose. It has glitter, it's glittery. Okay, so it does have a right side. Okay. And then I'm going to follow this. Is that the same? I'm going to follow this. Let's go right there. Let me see. We're gonna go right there. I'm gonna cut this off a little bit long. I have the wrong shears. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get some more shears. So let me do that because these are a very old, dull pair. But I'm gonna take this and put that there, like that. And then I'm gonna chevron those ends. So I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, we're almost done. We're about a good 5, maybe 10 minutes away from being finished. And this is what we have so far. You know, I told you my signs are usually the last part that I put on, but I do want to show you one more thing. And just in case you're new to my channel, you have not watched me put down these little kind of bow group right here. I do want to show you that really quick. And you're gonna need 2 of each one, so 2 of each pattern. And I like, because this is a 1.5, I'm gonna put this on top, and you just make a little bow, almost like a little bow tie. And I think I can make that a little bit bigger because I want to use, this is actually all of the ribbon that I have left. So you want to make a little kind of bow like that, and you can even it out a little bit more. Just depends on where I'm putting my finger. And then you want to do the same thing with the wider ribbon. Now you can use all the same size or same width if you like. Okay. And we're gonna need to make that a little bit bigger on that side, oops. Because again, I'm trying to use, this is all the ribbon that I have left, so I really don't want any pieces left over. So I'm trying to use everything. Okay. So all you do is you just pinch it, and that's kind of how it's going to look. That's this part right here. And then what you do is, after you chevron, and I'll wait and do that in a minute, you put your white, it's the same way that you have this laid up here with your bow part is how you're gonna lay just the part on the ribbon. So the wider is on the bottom and the smaller width one is on the top. Excuse me. And so that's how you lay it across, just like that. Okay, and then you take your bow, you're gonna sit that right in the middle, and then you pinch it. Now I like to use a chenille stem for this part because it is a little thicker than just using regular ribbon. So you just pinch that, and then as always you go to the back, and you always tell you I keep my chenille stem stationary and I turn my ribbon. Okay, and I kind of put my finger in between there a little bit so that you know that it's actually twisting. Okay. And there you have that part. Now you can cut off some of this extra. And then of course we're gonna dovetail or chevron our ends really quick. And I already know I'm probably gonna have to cut this ribbon right here a little bit more. This was very nice ribbon I purchased from, again, all of these came from Michael's. They had them on sale. And really pretty. The only thing that I'm disappointed in is not very much on the roll. Okay, so I've done all of those. And where I did this loop right here, I put it on the end, but I want this one to actually go up here. I did the same kind of run right here from one to the other. So I want this one to fit up here. Okay, you go all the way down to the bottom, so you do have to undo that one chenille stem. Go all the way down to the bottom. And this time I am gonna pull it a little tight, and I'm gonna turn it several times because I'm not gonna put anything else there. That's going to be it. And then all you have to do now is going to be fluffing it out. So it kind of looks like you have a little, you know, you kind of got a bow right there. All right, so lastly, I want you to see how I'm gonna put him down. Everything is all dried on the back now, and I think it's safe to say I can put him down. So I wanna make sure that's even. I hope it is because I've already hot glued it down. Your chenille stems back here, I would just go ahead and point them all the way out because you've got to get this down to the bottom, okay? So go ahead and start trying to work that through and reach around to the back and at least just grab 2 of them, and then you can find there are the other 2 right there. So you're gonna kind of have to, you know, do more than one thing at a time. So you're holding this back here, and you also got to turn this around to the front to see exactly how deep you want this to go in. So I want his face to really be down in there. So I'm actually pulling this back here a little bit more as I'm looking at the front. Okay. So I think right in there is good. So now I can attach him down. And I'm just going to make a few twists right here in the middle. Okay, and remember, we can undo that if we don't like it. But I think I'm happy where he is. Let me hold him up so you can see him. And there you go. Now you have spring. And I just put just a few flowers around here on the side. Not very much because they kind of coordinate just a little bit. And it has, but you can skip that part. Now I did not put any of this. I just thought it was too much, but you can do that. I mean, the green and the orange actually matches, so you can put that down. I would not put that, I don't think. I don't know, you can because the spring right here. So you could actually put that down right there and have that kind of sticking out in the carrots. But I have another, and I didn't want to use that just because I just didn't want to use it. But I have other projects coming up, spring projects that I could actually use that for. But this was really simple, only took about 30 minutes, the longest time. And when I say 30 minutes, that is just from the time that you actually start. That does not include your prep time, okay? And that's really what takes the longest, is cutting your 10-inch if you're gonna cut anything. But if you want to cut down on that particular time, you know, with your prep time, then just do the poof method. The poof method is really easy because you're not cutting, you know, 12 or 24 or however many little small squares. So that's one way to cut back on time. So, okay, everybody, here is the final wreath. And as you can see from what I just showed you a second ago, I have made a couple of changes. I just advise you when you make a wreath to make sure you hang it up, because when you hang it up, it gives a different perspective. You can see things a little bit differently. And the first thing that I noticed I did not like are these little curly cues. I took these off of there. I just didn't like the way they looked. And I also took the flowers, there was one there, and I think there was one back there. There just wasn't enough. I think if I would have added more, if I would have added more flowers, and then if the flowers were all, there were some that were kind of a peachy color that matched this a little bit better. If they were all one color versus the different colors. I mean, I was trying to, you know, get it to, I'll get a close-up of that. See how there are the different shades of like pink and everything in there and peaches. So I thought the flowers would work, and they very well might. If you're, to you, it may have worked, but for me, I didn't like it. Again, I'm not really a floral type person, so it takes me, I'm not the best at putting colors together when it comes to flowers. I can put colors together for some reason when it comes to wreaths and stuff, but flowers is just not my forte. But I'm learning. I'm gonna get there. I'm not gonna let that stop me from anything. But this wreath turned out really pretty. I think the spring and right there, just it makes it pop a little bit more. And of course, his little face nestled down in between there. It turned out to be really pretty. So I'm gonna get a couple of close-ups. There's the bow, the little faux bow that we did, and a couple right there. And I will be snipping these ends a little bit more, not because I think this one is a little bit too long over here. So, you know, again, for 24 hours at least before I give it to someone, I actually have more than 24 hours, then I will kind of tweak it a little bit more and make sure that I like it. But I think it turned out really cute, and putting things in the middle of your wreath makes a really, really cute and unique focal point. Everybody's eye goes directly to that little bunny first, and then they take in everything else on the outside. So that's kind of one reason why when I do this, I don't like to have a whole lot of other pics and stuff in there. But again, you fill it up the way you want. It's just personal preference or either customer preference if someone is purchasing this from you. So thank you so much for watching my video today. I appreciate you stopping by. Please leave your comments, any questions, any concerns, whatever you have down below. I thank you for those of you who have just been encouraging me and just well wishes and everything with the business and the videos. I really do appreciate that. Please make sure you stop by the Facebook page, which is Blessed to Craft Designs. Also our wreath page, which is growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you so much. It is called Wreath Designers Network. And you can also check out some of my wreaths and other things that I make besides wreaths on Pinterest, which is I Am Blessed to Craft. So thank you so much. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Have an awesome day, and as always, be blessed.